Hi, Patrick here from Have Cheetah Will View, and we are back with another review. It's Thursday, it's not Wednesday, so it could be like a Wild Eye Thursday maybe, or a Wild Eye Extra Long Wednesday. I don't know. All I know is that I watched the movie and I'm going to review it. So, what movie did we watch today? Well, and it seems like I'm in a little bit of a slump, too. As far as the movies I pick. The Cheetah. But today we watched a movie called Werewolf Island. Okay. First, the good news. Okay. Werewolf Island is actually called Dog Lady Island, and it lies off the coast of Monroe, Michigan. Monroe, Michigan is about 35 minutes away from me, 35 miles, about an hour away from me. It is a real island, is a real place. Monroe is a real city. Okay, so that's the good news. Okay, I don't know why Wild Eye does this. Wild Eye has a really bad habit of taking movies that are, given to them, or they acquire, and changing the titles. The title of this movie actually was called The Legend of Dog Lady Island, which is written and directed and produced by Michael J. Alexander. Well, when Wild Eye acquired it, they went ahead and renamed it Werewolf Island. So I'm having a feeling they probably renamed American Scarecrow too, because there's not a single damn werewolf on this island. Not one. Not even a dog. Not even a puppy. This is more of a vengeful ghost story than anything else. Basically, a young couple goes on an island for a little bit of fun, and they get surprised by some sort of a creature. They escape, and they tell their uncle. Ben tells his uncle Mike, that who's a detective, that they've been attacked and whatnot. So Detective Mike and his partner Jared go out to the island to investigate it. And while they investigate it, they're told a trio of stories that have made the legend of Dog Lady Island so prevalent. Starting back in the 1800s, when the French came and wiped out a small Indian settlement, the vengeful ghost was created. Then we get taken to the Roaring 20s, where history sort of repeats itself, with a family gets massacred by a group of gangsters after the gentleman at the house refuses to help them during Prohibition. They flash forward to the 70s, and the pattern's repeated. A young family who's caretaking on the island gets killed, and once again the vengeful ghost is there. So you get taken into today's world, and we find out that Detective Mike is actually reincarnated. He's been reincarnated as the dad in every scenario, and his wife, who's been killed, is actually the vengeful spirit, but she has not been reincarnated, but she's been languished on the island. Okay. So that's the basic story. Again, no damn werewolf. Not one. I mean, I'm looking at this thing. That what you see right there? You see that? That's a werewolf? That's the only werewolf you're seeing right there. There's no werewolf. Okay. This movie is really, 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 really bad. Real bad. I will say that the concept of a vengeful ghost, I will have to say I'll give credit to Michael Alexander for that. He's used it because it's actually based on a true urban legend. So he used that and to make his movie. But the movie itself is painfully bad. Probably as bad as Restricted Area would have been if I actually would have stayed with it. But I actually watched Werewolf Island. I actually stayed with it. The Cheetah did not. The Cheetah bailed. Yeah, he bailed. But I stayed with it because I was hoping to see a werewolf. But I didn't. No werewolves on Werewolf Island. The acting's really, really bad. Everything about it's really, it's made from a point of they're tried, it's a passion project. So yeah, as far as the DIY, they tried. It's maybe they had zero budget to pay any acting talent. I don't know. It's one of those things where you wish that Alexander would have, whatever small budget he would have had, if he would have just put it aside and try to grow it up a little bit so he could actually hire some actors. But then again, you're making this movie probably on the weekends. You're not going to be sitting there and do a sustained 15, 20-day shoot. You didn't have any money for makeup. Makeup's really bad. The guns are just painfully bad. They're cap guns. Literally cap guns. I'm not kidding you. And they look it. The acting, like I said, is non-existent. It's more wooden than a forest. If he would have saved whatever little budget he had and maybe got a little bit better acting, you could overlook the rest of it. But the acting just ruins this movie. The music, okay. Not the best. It's hard to dig it up, as far as finding anything good, to recommend it. Other than Alexander did give it a try. He made a movie. Hopefully, if he does it again in the future, he'll take the lessons learned from this movie and apply it to the next one. And this next movie probably will be a little bit better. I wish I could actually sit there and give you a couple of names of actors that stood out. Can't, because they're all uniformly bad. Just no. So yeah, that's Werewolf Island. Runs an hour and a half. Rated R for language. The kills are really bad. They're extremely pedestrian. Nothing scary about this at all. And I don't know if you know this, if I mentioned this or not, but this is the only werewolf that you're going to see in this movie. This is a case where Wild Eye sort of like shot themselves in the foot by renaming it in the movie. They probably would have been better off renaming it, keeping the original name, because after you come out of this movie and there's no werewolf, you're sort of angry at the movie for the misleading title, and that really is not the filmmaker's fault. The filmmaker had nothing to do with the title. This had everything to do with Wild Eye renaming it, and this is not one of their better renames. Sometimes it does work. It does. But this was not one of them. So that's the end of this review. So if you like what you saw, please give us a sub. We're 65 away from 500. We're driving for 5. Hit the bell, notification bell. Let you know when we're doing some more reviews or interviews or whatnot. And yeah, that's it. And oh yeah, drop a comment. Yep. Let us know what you thought of our review. We like to hear it. I will say one thing real quick before I go. The Cold Ground, which I still have to review, is excellent. This is top drawer stuff right here. This is one of the best movies that Wild Eye released right there. I'll give that credit. I have to mention it to you. This is a great movie right here. If you get a chance to see it, if you even got to buy it, I think this sold out. I think this is at the Dollar Tree. If you ever ran across it at the Dollar Tree, buy this for this movie alone. Cold Ground is great. I have not seen Wolf House yet, so I still got to review Wolf House. I have reviewed the Snarling. I'll put that in the link down below. Did not like the Snarling at all. In fact, we didn't even make it through. We made it about halfway through. It was so bad. And again, I made it through Werewolf Island. So, there you go. All right. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Peace.